So in my high school years, I had a best friend that I was pretty ride or die for. We were both each other's best friends, and we talked to each other. I went to her house every day, every morning. I rode her bus. I drove from my house half an hour away to her house in the mornings to take her bus, and then and then take her bus back to her house, and we would do homework, and I would drive half an hour back to my house, and we did that every day. You know, I hung out at her house every weekend too. She hung out at my house sometimes, but like we didn't like to because my parents are crazy. That's a whole other thing. And we were ride or die, I would say. We were best friends. We told each other everything. Well, one of the things that happened was in high school, I was dating somebody in our friend group because we did that. We just did that. And he cheated on me. And I had suspected he was cheating on me previous to that, very obviously, because he came to school. He came to school one day with a giant, like I'm not exaggerating, a giant fucking hickey, like this football, like huge foot hickey. Called him out on it, and I was naive enough and insecure enough to believe it because, you know, when you're young, you don't think that way. You don't want to think that, right? So in denial, I was oblivious to it. Well, when it came to light that we ended it, I broke it off with him, and I automatically assumed that my best friend was going to have my back, she was going to support me and lift me up through these times. Like I had done with her, because she had been cheated on in the past, and I immediately was like, yo, fuck this guy, you know, let's go, not really, but like, let's go burn his house down, like, let's go, like, you know what I mean, like that ride or die kind of thing, right? Not that extreme, but, but in the end, she didn't do that. She actually really didn't do anything. Like, she would still hang out with me, but like when they would hang out with the friend group, I was automatically left out. I was pushed away. And nothing had changed except for I wasn't dating this guy anymore. I was still best friends with my friend, It felt very betraying that I was pushed out because I did nothing, because of something I didn't even fucking do. It wasn't like I was the one that cheated, or I was acting like such a bitch that I brought him to cheat, or whatever, right? It was literally just, he cheated, they started dating afterwards, after we broke up, and then I got pushed away from the friend group that I had. And so to go from having your established life of having friends and, stuff like that, to having nothing after that was really isolating and really lonely. So I still think about that now, but yeah.